It would shock you how many of my coaching conversations essentially boil down to me and my coach having this conversation. I tell my coach, I really want apples. And my coach is like, that's great. You already have apples. And I'm like, no, I don't. All I have are these round red and green edible things that are crispy and crunchy and sweet. And my coach is like, sorry, what do you think apples are? And I'm like, oh, are those apples? And I know it sounds ridiculous when you say it in terms of apples, but where are you doing this with the things that you really want in your life? With success or doing a good job or being on track or feeling like you know what you're doing? Where are you saying, I really want to be successful? And I might tell you, that's great. You're already successful. And you might say, no, I'm not. All I've done is gone to these great schools, worked at these great jobs, made my bosses super happy, and achieved these amazing results. But I don't know what I want to do next. And I'd be like, sorry, what do you think success is? And you might be like, oh, is that what success looks like? Or where are you saying, oh, I really wish I knew what I was doing? And I might tell you, that's great. You already know what you're doing. And you might say, no, I don't. All I have is relevant experience I could draw on, resources I could tap into, and a starting hypothesis to inform my first step. But there's so much I still don't know, and I could still totally screw this up. And I might tell you, okay, what do you think knowing what you're doing is? And you might be like, oh, is that what knowing what you're doing actually looks like? 90% of the battle is won when you realize that you are already above baseline. 90% of the battle is won when you realize that it's not that you're not good, but rather that this is what good looks like, and you are already there. I want you to really notice what happens when you tap into that I'm already at the top of the mountain and I'm figuring out how to scale the last 10 feet feeling versus when you tap into that I'm deep down in a ditch dreaming about the faraway mountaintop feeling. What emotions do you feel in each of those two scenarios? What action pathways light up in front of you when you feel that way? And what results do you think you would create if you followed each of those action pathways? Really see the choice between these two versions of you and what might happen if you inhabited version number one or version number two all day long. Coaching is about helping my clients inhabit version number one, the best, calmest, most inflow, grounded, brilliant version of themselves, as deeply as possible, for as long as possible, in as many different situations as possible. Come get a taste of what this could feel like with a free coffee chat. No strings attached. It's not a sales call. It's just an opportunity for us to discuss whatever's on your mind. And I'll just try to be as helpful as I can be with some one-off coaching and brainstorming with you. The link to book a free coffee chat is above. Or you can also book a consult call and we can map out a whole coaching engagement together. So that way you're not just stepping into the best version of yourself for an hour, but you're learning how to access them on demand in every area of your life forever. It's a skill that you can build as systematically as you might learn how to code or learn how to crochet. So come talk to me about how we can build that skill together. The link to book a free consult call is also above. Or if you're listening on Instagram, both of those links are in my bio.